All right. Hot mic.
10-4.
I will let you know when we are live.
10-4.
And at this time, we are live. All right.
Test 1, 2.
Good evening, everyone. We are now back live for a severe thunderstorm warning in the same areas that we've been covering all afternoon, if you will. That would include Colbert, Franklin, and Lauderdale counties. This new severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is also has a tornado possible tag on it. I do want to bring to mind that another severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for northern Jackson County, with a uh, tornado possible tag on it as well. And it's in effect until 4:45 p.m. for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This one will move out and probably be allowed to expire here very soon. And then lastly, we're going to come down here towards the BMX or KBMX radar, which is Birmingham's metro, or excuse me, this is Birmingham's market. We currently have a tornado warning in effect that is heading towards Cordova and Sipsey. This will begin to move into our coverage area here very soon. And so this all has prompted us to go live once again. Tanner, are you ready to take over?
Yep.
All right, perfect. All right, we are letting Tanner Zero take over the torch.
Yeah, hey there, buddy. Good Saturday afternoon to you. Tanner Sear coming to you live here from the studio. We are currently tracking a severe thunderstorm warning that does have the possible of a tornado embedded in this line of storms. They are saying up to quarter size and hail. So this is that line of storms. This is that QLCS, that quantitative linear convective system that is making that west to east approach. Just came out of Mississippi, especially out of Iuka, Burnsville, Belmont, and Merida, and that is making that west to east approach. We've already talked about how fast this storm is moving, upward to 25 miles an hour here at times, and it is moving. Just to recap here, it is moving to the east at 50 miles an hour. And just so my laptop doesn't fall, I'm going to take it off that stand and just toss that over there to the side. So, like we said, this is making that west to east approach here very, very quickly at 30 miles an hour. And we've talked about this all day long so far as our day has started with coverage. Looking here at the four panel design, you know we're big fans of the four panels. Um, what we are looking at here is let's come back over here um, to the radar here. Bear with me here for just a sec as I find the radar site. There it is, KGWX. And let's go ahead and let's jump back on up here into the box. Let's go to single panel. We can work with a single panel here for right now. And as we wait for the data to load, like I said, there's that QLCS line making that west-east approach. There is going to be embedded straight line winds coming out of this. There also will be embedded possible hail coming out of this. And if we take a look here at the hail real quick, if any hail, it's going to be down into portions of Mississippi, but anything, lots of lightning. Some possible hail could be mixed in this. There also could be some very broad rotation in the system, but if anything, it looks relatively weak right now. But they are just warning this whole line just as it starts to make that approach. So we are informing you that we will see that approach here very shortly. And this is through Cherokee, Tuscumbia. We have Florence here. We have Litterville. We also have Russellville. It's coming through. Then we have Killen down through Phil's Campbell. Phil's Campbell, you guys actually had that tornado that stretched all the way up in portions of Limestone County, just past Athens, if that is Limestone. And then we thought it was going to continue, go up into portions of Lincoln County, and then come back down into Madison County. Thankfully, it went straight up through Madison County, or sorry, Lincoln County to Porsche County. into Middle Tennessee. So that is where that is currently sitting here as of right now. But currently looking right now, we just have this severe thunderstorm warning that is continuing for this QLCS that continues through Pleasant Site, Cherokee, Hodges, Bina, and then this continues, and it's just going to be this is that second round of storms. And with that being said, let's see. With that being said, let's go ahead and send it back on over here to Nicholas Driver.
All right, thank you very much, Tanashiro. Amazing job there. So, very quickly, I know this is just out of our coverage area, but now we do have a tornado on the ground just east of Oakman. This would be south of Jasper. This is heading into Cordova, Dora, and then soon this will be impacting areas like Dodge City, Hanceville, Garden City, Good Hope, maybe even eastern Coleman. This is a largely populated area. This even could move into Blount County, impacting areas of Hayden, Blountsville, potentially even Holy Pond. So keep this in mind that a very dangerous tornado could be moving in within this area here shortly. Uh, and then we want to talk about this severe thunderstorm warning here very quickly. That is situated over Jackson County. We've got about 8 more minutes on it. I'm not even going to worry about it at this point because there's nothing telling me that it's significant in any terms. Tanner did a wonderful job explaining the severe thunderstorm warning for now western North Alabama. And see, we're gonna continue to monitor the entire QLCS type line to make sure that we don't have quick spin up tornadoes, if you will. And right now, I'm not seeing anything too concerning on radar. There could be a few areas of weaker rotation ongoing, but as of now, it is fairly broad rotation. And this tornado that's currently down towards Cordova is making its way closer and closer into Coleman County. And I am just waiting on the National Weather Service to see if they are going to issue a new tornado warning into Coleman and potentially Blount County, which I'm 100% sure they are going to do that. So bear with me.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and while Nick takes a look at that,
one thing.
I'm going to take a look at this. So, do mind you, we do have the severe thunderstorms moving through northern Alabama and Mississippi, producing damaging wind and large hail. We are going to see those wind gusts over 60 miles an hour through Florence and Rogersville. But we do have radar confirmed hail in Red Bay and Russellville, with some stones possibly reaching golf ball size, if you will. This storm is not producing any rotation as of right now. So as of right now, strong wind is going to be the main concern out of this system.
All right, and some more information on that tornado warning that will now be moving into Coleman County here very soon, and even potentially Blount County. I can confirm that the National Weather Service is going to extend that again tornado warning into Coleman County and Blount County, and I believe it's going to go as either radar indicated to observed. If we look at radar, we do not see a correlation coefficient drop anymore, so it is probably not on the ground as we speak. But we'll see what the National Weather Service thinks when they get the warning out there. Tanner, you got anything else?
As of right now, nothing at this moment. As of right now, nothing at this moment. But like Nick said, they are considering putting a tornado warning shortly. If this does continue, let's go back here real quick and take a look at velocity. There's not really coming up here on velocity. It's going to be more storm relative velocity up here to the north of Florence. And that's where we're going to see it. But we would have to wait for it to tighten.
Thank you, Tanner. And where was I looking?
Hey, Nick, I got to hop off real quick. I'll be back.
Right. You're good. So, again, let me go ahead and remove his. Bear with me, folks. There we go. Alright. So, with that being said, Tanner is going to be out for a minute, and I am currently trying to eat my lunch or dinner while doing this live stream, so bear with me here really quick. So we do actually have another tornado warning way south, just west of Tuscaloosa again. With this one, it's probably going to train behind the current one in Jasper. We could have a threat of training supercells through Coleman, Blount, going into Guntersville, DeKalb, and Jackson counties, depending on how long these supercells can last. Now, Tornado Watch does continue until 8 p.m. tonight. We are coming up close on those hour frames there. Thankfully, tonight hasn't been as significant, but I mean, this is not over yet. We still got severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the next 48 hours. Excuse me, for the next 48 hours, with a tornado possible tag, hail up to potentially quarter size, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And I believe Tanner said that that was radar indicated. Yes. So radar indicated 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter size hail is on going again for Red Bay, Russellville, Phil Campbell, Cherokee, Muscle Shoals, Florence, and Lexington, and the counties that we called out earlier. Again, we're going to really closely monitor the possibility of a quick spin-up tornado along this line. So bear with me 1 second. I'm going to kind of analyze this area. And kind of, we could have something showing up towards Cherokee, but honestly, there's not any rotation showing up via the radar. Gusty damaging winds for certain, up to 60 miles per hour, cannot be possible. Cannot be ruled out. Okay, so excuse me. So when that tornado warning gets extended into Coleman County, it will be as a radar indicated tornado warning. That being said, it will not be confirmed on the ground as the tornado debris signature has let go since then. And we can even see that on radar. The actual rotation is starting to break up by a lot. So that is good news for Coleman County. But we're even seeing somewhat of a more northwesternly movement, with this supercell as time goes on here. So, again, parts of the Colony, Hanceville, Blountsville, Holly Pond, going into Baileyton, you're up next within this supercell that's going to be moving into your area. I do apologize for the brief silence there. Our fellow sister station 3340 out in Birmingham with Jane Spann has been covering this tornado warning in Jasper County for a while. I believe that's Jasper County. So if your relatives in the area of Reform or near Jasper, I would recommend going to James Spann. He is awesome, and many should know James Spann. But here closer to home, we are again just continuing with that severe thunderstorm wind threat of 60 miles per hour. And possible tornado cannot be ruled out as time goes on. Let's see briefly. There we go. Let's see if I can move that back down. Perfect. So actually, we're going to go to that multi-screen. There we go. Perfect. So, this is just kind of showing you the radar as we speak here. If you got any questions, please feel free to ask. I am willing to answer any of them. I do see we do have one viewer that's currently watching, so feel free to ask, again, any question that you feel. Again, severe thunderstorm warning does continue into effect about 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This storm is moving east at 30 miles per hour. I would say it's moving a bit northeast, if you will. Alright, so there's our tornado warning that's just been issued into Coleman County, Alabama. Alright, so parts of um, Bruman, Arkadelphia, The Colony, Dodge City, Good Hope, Hanceville, Garden City, Holly Pond, even downtown Coleman, Fairview, and into Baileyton. A tornado warning has been issued for this area. You need to be seeking shelter now. This is our coverage area, and this is a dangerous situation. This tornado has had history of being on the ground. We actually have another, again, like I said, another supercell that's likely going to be training behind this one. So this, again, I need you folks to seek shelter immediately. Put as many walls as you can between you from the outside world. Um, Stay away from doors and windows. Bring you a bicycle helmet or even a just whatever you can to protect your head, if you will. So you need to, again, stay very, very weather aware. So bear with me as I try to post this one warning here. But now we do have this tornado warning until 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for radar indicated rotation and quarter-sized hail. If you have family members out towards Coleman County, go ahead and be calling them up, letting them know that they need to be seeking shelter now as we speak. And a tornado warning is in effect, and we could have a tornado touch back down, if you will, within the next several minutes to about 30 minutes, if you will. There's a very tight couplet here. This is where this tornado would be at, north of Cordova. Cordova likely got hit directly, at least by the wall cloud, if you will. Up next is Sipsey, going into Arkadelphia, The Colony, Dodge City, Hanceville, and Holly Pond. If you're in those areas, the ones that I called out, you need to be, again, in your safe place now. You need to put as many walls as you can between you from the outside world. The good news is the velocity is somewhat falling apart, but the bad news is it's going to be a minute. So this is still radar confirmed with this tornado warning over Cordova. And reading up a little bit, so the only thing that we had issued is that tornado warning for, again, Coleman County, Alabama. That's eastern Coleman, so that includes parts of downtown Coleman, Alabama. So 55 miles per hour is the storm motion. And I'm going to confirm here. So just bear with me 1 second. So, alright, 55 miles per hour. There we go. Alright, so this current supercell is moving at 55 miles per hour northeast, again, into Coleman County. I've said your name a whole ton, and I'm hoping that you are in your safe place now if you haven't sought it already. We're going to draw a storm track to the northeast to kind of give you a timing on when this will be knocking at your doorstep. So Lynn's Park, this will be right at your doorstep by 4:51. Heading over towards Arkadelphia, that's in Coleman County, 5:04 p.m. tonight. Dodge City, 5:15. Center Community, 5:17. Garden City by 5:20. Hanceville, 5:21. Coleman, this will be right at your doorstep by 5:24 to 5:25. As we head over to East Point, this will be there by 5:27. Then Baileyton, 5:31 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I believe I do know a viewer that tunes in very often that lives out towards some of these areas. So what I'm going to do is quickly let them know the situation so they can seek shelter. So bear with me. Alright, there we go. I appreciate y'all for being patient with me here as I am single-handedly doing this. Again, training supercells are likely going to be tracking into into Coleman County here very shortly. We already got one that's about to cross the county line into Coleman County. I want to go back to our severe thunderstorm warning that's currently in effect over Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin counties until 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, as this one has the potential of producing a tornado. Gusty damaging winds of 60 miles per hour um, and up to quarter-size hail. Right now, I'm not seeing any indication of rotation as we speak, but damaging winds, especially along the Alabama state line right now, is definitely looking centered across that area. I'm just reading a couple more things going on here. There's a lot of reports of flash flooding across Simon Tallow Road and 680 Coker Road. That also goes for Cottonwood subdivision behind Muscle Shoals High School and in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I believe Morgan County is preparing for this tornado warning, although this is not going to be for them. If this tornado warning gets issued again, it would likely clip Marshall and eastern Morgan County going into Madison and Jackson County area. And I did not realize that my background audio was playing, so I do apologize. So again, as we speak right now, the general location of the rotation has definitely let up, but it's still there. So that warning has now been expired into SIPSI. We're still getting a tornado vortex signature showing up on radar, showing that there's a potential of a tornado still there. And yes, there simply is, because you got your different colors here. You got your couplet. It's obvious. And again, this will be moving into Coleman County here very soon. If you're in Arkadelphia, there we go, the Colony, Brandman, Dodge City, Garden City, Hanceville, Good Hope, going into Holly Pond, Fairview, and then even Baileyton, you need to be seeking shelter now, putting as many walls as you can between you from the outside world, staying away from those doors and windows, and just hunkering down until this warning is allowed to expire. Right now we got a green tornado vortex signature. This doesn't usually mean much at all. It doesn't mean the intensity of the tornado. It doesn't mean anything. It just kind of lets us know that, hey, a tornado is possible. So now going into Coleman County right now, a confirmed tornado is on the ground. This is a dangerous situation. If you haven't run to your storm shelter or a safe place yet, you need to be going there now. A confirmed tornado warning. It has now been upgraded. A damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado, and quarter-size hail. It will be moving into Coleman County right now as we speak. Please be heeding warning now. There's our velocity couplet. This is going to be moving just west of the Arkadelphia region. Again, this is a tornado on the ground. This is confirmed. Radar indicated CC drop heading right into Coleman County. I'm not wanting to scare you, but you need to be seeking shelter now. Bear with me here. Alright. I just made a post about this confirmed tornado on the ground. We currently have a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning that includes Gord going into areas of Berry and Samanthia, Alabama. That is for the threat of, that's for the threat of a particularly dangerous situated strong tornado on the ground over there. Again, this is going to track over the same area that our current supercell is at. It actually may be a little bit farther west, impacting areas more towards, if you will, Morgan or central Limestone County or Coleman County. All right, just to catch you up on everything, Tanner, a confirmed tornado is moving into Coleman County now.
I saw that.
Yeah,
All right, everything's up and running.
perfect.
I think. Yeah. Just let me know when you need me.
All right, I'm gonna get us switched over to the dual screen
Weather ready.
just to make it easier, real quick, if I can find it.
It's called Scene 2.
Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, let's see real quick. Bear with us real quick here. All right, so we got Tanner Zero on the bottom, and my name is Nicholas Driver. We're gonna sit here and keep you covered with this tornado threat. Again, a tornado is on the ground. We still have a correlation coefficient, which tells us, or a CC drop, which tells us that something other than raindrops and hail is in the sky being lifted up, either trees, it could be cows, it could be houses, it could be anything in that nature that's being thrown up into the air, and that is allowing for us to see a CC drop. That is now moving across the Coleman County state line as we speak, and this will be impacting the areas of west of Archipeladex here very soon. I'm going to stay focused in on this tornado warning, so Tanner, if you would like, just kind of chime in with the severe thunderstorm warnings when you feel like it. That works as well. All right, so we're coming a little bit closer here. I'm going to get our correlation coefficient pulled back up. It has since lifted. I believe we had a brief tornado touchdown, and it seems that it could have lifted by now, but we're going to treat it as if it was still on the ground. It's still crossing that state line. If you are in Arkadelphia, anywhere along State Route 91, going north or south or even west, you need to be finding a sturdy shelter immediately. This goes the same for you folks out in Colony, Black Bottom, going along I-65. If you're along I-65, go ahead and be finding a safe place now. Over towards Dodge City, Garden City, Huntsville, Johnson Crossings, Center Hill, and then going into Holly Pond, and again Baileyton by the time we get to Morgan County. If you're in those areas, seek shelter now. I cannot stress it enough, as a tornado is it has been confirmed on the ground by radar, and we do have a pretty good signature here that shows that a tornado, where the tornado is ongoing at, or potentially ongoing at least. The lightning activity is picking up as well, which calmly tells me that there's a lot of rotation going on with this certain cell. All right, so real quickly, I do want to go back.
All right, I'm back.
All right, welcome back. I do want to quickly
back
go
in
back
green screen.
into the Colbert, Franklin, and Lauderdale counties, where our severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag continues. 1 to 10 size hail, and of course 60 miles per hour wind gusts. It cannot be ruled out with this as well. Still no rotation really being picked up with this line, and I'm actually going to go back over here using our GR level 2 to make sure we can confirm this here, that no rotation is ongoing. I will take that back real quick. So we do have an area just east of Vina that I am watching, either with gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour or a tornado threat. So either one, that area towards Vina, it needs to be watched closely, and same area along Pleasant Site, you need to be potentially even taking shelter as tornado genesis is possible as we speak. I did see an update to a flash flood warning, I believe, where parts of Franklin, Lauderdale, and Colbert, Lawrence, and Limestone counties are now in a different flash flood warning until 8 p.m. tonight. But that is That's that update there. Again, we're going back to our tornado warning out here for Coleman County, Alabama, where rotation does continue. I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to Tanner real quick. If you are ready, just let me know.
Stand by ready.
All right, go ahead.
All right, yeah, like Nick was saying, we do have this confirmed tornado warning extending from portions what would be up through the colony, Ardelphia, that is Brendan, I think. I can't see because of the lightning. Bremen, that is, in Dodge City, even up through Good Hope. This is a confirmed tornado warning, making a southwest to northeast approach here really quickly. And you can see, let's go to one panels here real quick. Let's go to number 2. You can see confirmed. You can see that rotation right there, right over Bremen, running along. I believe that is 72. Let me go back here and let's get clicked on. I believe it's this one. Is it this one? It is not. Is this one? Nope. It was that one. All right. I don't think it's that one. Let's go here. Let me pull this back up here, guys. Bear with me here.
Do you need me to take over quickly, or you got it?
Nope. There we go. So Arkadelphia, then you Bremen. That is where that area of rotation would be structured. Bear with me here. I'm going to get a quick capture of this, just so I can kind of analyze here what's happening. So
purpose.
we definitely do have looking at it right now. We do have a strong inflow or an embedded supercell within this large line. This would be a quasi-linear threat. I don't know why I have that up there. Which would be localized, if you will, here. So let me switch this here to base reflectivity. So you can see we have our rotation couplet. We have our supercell, if you will, here. We have our debris. We have our hail. All of this combined together is indicating and giving us that better thinking of how, or giving us the thinking of we have that tornado. It is on the ground. It has been confirmed. Looking here really quickly, a couple things we're looking at. A dangerous tornado is on the ground near Bremen. We've already talked about that seek shelter now. Radar is indicating debris being lofted, confirming a tornado right over here in Bremen, inside that polygon. This is life-threatening storm. If you're in Dodge City or the colony, take immediate shelter, as this is making that northeasterly approach
Just
here.
to let you
The
know,
storm is producing golf balls. Go ahead.
there is, again, like you just mentioned, there could be a potential tornado on the ground just southwest of Colony in Coleman County, Alabama. So Coleman County, Alabama. There could be a CC drop on the ground right now. Do you confirm that?
Yeah, I'm looking here. Where did you say?
Just southwest of Colony.
Just southwest of Colony. The Colony?
Yep.
I don't want to say it's CC drop because I don't think it is, because we have Arkadelphia, the Colony. Looking here at CC, this is CC, this is base reflectivity. I guess you could say because it does have a lower CC drop. So yes, I am going to give that there possibly
what
is
radar are you using currently?
I'm on.
Or radar site. Sorry, I should be.
I am on KGWX.
Use KBMX for now.
KB.
Yeah, KBMX, which is the Birmingham radar.
Okay.
It gives you a better sight on somewhat of the velocity and
yeah,
CC.
slow. Okay, this thing. Bear with me. Bear with me, guys, as we switch over here real quick.
And as Tanner was saying here, I'll help out real quick as he gets his radar ready. We could have a potential tornado on the ground just west of Colony that we are monitoring now. Again, this is a radar confirmed tornado, as me and Tanner has said. If you do have family out here, or if you are a current resident, seek shelter immediately. If you haven't already, run to your safe place now. Yeah, that CC currently pretty much coincides with that velocity couplet there. So I'm just kind of waiting on the next scan to see what happens next. We have a green tornado velocity signature that is showing up. Does seem that that correlation coefficient has since lifted in the newer scans, so I will take note to that.
Yeah. I'm trying to find out. Am I looking at the wrong warning?
That one right there is the correct one.
Okay, there it is. So yeah, right now through Brust Pond, that's moving north. You have Cold Springs. You have Wilburn, Arkadelphia. Let me pull this in a little bit. The Colony, or Colony actually, that is not the Colony. You Black Bottom, Damascus. You Dodge City. You've Misty Harbor. So all of these areas are under that tornado warning right now. Bear with me here as I just fix my earpiece. They are all under this tornado warning, and this will be coming through the Colony. And producers, if we could fix that echo coming into my ear, that would be perfect. So Arkadelphia, Wilburn. Here we have Paulville. This is extending up to the north here through Misty Harbor, right over Lewis Smith Lake. Once again, over Lewis Smith Lake, these have to be winds exceeding 100 mile an hour. All right, so we're right there at about that 100 mile an hour. There is that rotation, actually, no scan right here. It's this rotation right here that we're currently looking at. With the latest scans coming in, that rotation is still very tight here together. So let's switch from base reflectivity to storm relative velocity. You can see this rotation right here over Bremen and Arkadelphia. If you are right here in this area, I need you to get to your safe place, be in your safe place, get to the lowest level, mattresses, helmets, protect yourself from the outdoors. Nick, I'm going to turn back, back over to you.
All right. Excuse me. And as Tanner was saying, I 100% agree with him. You need to be in your safe place immediately if you haven't been already. This is a particularly dangerous, it's not particularly dangerous, but this is a dangerous situation in terms of the warning as a tornado is on the ground, or was on the ground, and could produce again here very, very soon. I'm going to pull my radar back up towards Coleman here, so just bear with me as I do that. We're watching this other supercell. It is starting to weaken up just a little bit. That one's going to be out towards southwest of Coleman, south of Winston. There's even, hey Tanner, there's another area of rotation potentially just west of Jasper now that we got to watch here very closely. I'm just now seeing that on radar. What this is going to do is kind of act like a train going through the same areas over and over and over, so we're going to have to watch that closely. But what we're focused on right now is this tornado warning again for Coleman County, as a potential tornado could be on the ground or has lifted and is recycling just south of Dodge City now. As Tanner was saying, again, seek shelter now. Do not wait. You run to that shelter, find the most sturdiest room in your house, put as many walls as you can between you, away from the outside world. Stay away from windows and doors. Again, bring a mattress, bring a helmet, and bring us with you,
Yeah.
so we can keep you posted on this warning
Test, 1, 2.
going into the
Testing, 1,
next
2.
couple of minutes.
Test.
All right, this is heading into
Test. One,
Dodge
2, 2.
City now as
1, 2,
we
2, 1.
speak.
Nick, take it over.
All right, I am. Can you hear me?
All right, testing 1, 2. All right, just make sure we're here. If you are to the north of Arkadelphia, I know it's not outside. Make sure you are in your safe spot. If you are to the south of Bremen, I know it is loud. Make sure you're in your safe spot. If radar data is confirming, the tornado would be right in between Arkadelphia and Bremen. Right in here, right where you see the winds condensed together in my circle, this is where that tornado would most likely be. Please do me the favor. If you are in this area, please make sure you are in your safe spot. Let's go here to factor reflectivity. Radar data is showing less rain. So actually, if you are still in Arkadelphia, I want you to still stay in your safe spot for maybe 10 more minutes. Same thing for Wilburn, Cold Springs, and Bremen. Everything to the north and east of Bremen I need you guys in your safe spot still. They still have this as radar indicated tornado warning, especially through Good Hope, Grandview, Trimble, Lorette. If you are between Trimble and Lorette, everything south, you guys are fine. But everything to the north and east, you guys still need to be in your safe place or getting to your safe place if you just got put under this. But nonetheless, we do have a tornado warning that is now radar indicated once again. You can see it's going to be right over here through Good Hope. That is Feeling Good Hope. What do we have here? Johnson Crossing, Wesdo, Dodge City, Lorette, Misty Harbor. All of you guys need to be making your way to your safe space right now.
And Tanner, I was just reading in some of the NWS chat. There's some controversy about extending the warning into Marshall County, but right now the general couplet that we're looking at over Dodge City is beginning to weakening. That's good news, but this is still a radar confirmed tornado. That being said, it is confirmed, and we believe it's on the ground moving northeast. So, as Tanner was saying, in that circle that he drew there, and I should probably be sharing my screen so that you can actually see it. Bear with me real quick. All right, there we go. So in that area that Tanner was showing, just this rotation is right above you in Dodge City. So just hang tight, and like Tanner was saying, we know it's loud. We know it's gonna get loud. Just stay there, stay safe, stay calm for the best of it too. As this moves northeast, you just got a few more seconds in your safe place. If you are currently riding along, I believe that would be I-65. Yes. So if you are riding along I-65 and you're getting close to Dodge City, turn around immediately and find a sturdy building somewhere close by. If you are driving north or southbound, again, turn around immediately and avoid that area. Ahead of time. And then again, the general rotation is going to be heading into the areas of Wissota, Johnson Crossings, and Hanceville. That's along, that would be Highway 31. So traveling anywhere along Highway 31, stop and find a sturdy building. Parts of eastern Coleman, downtown Coleman, are going to be impacted by this as well. And again, going all the way up towards Baileyton, that also does continue to be a threat for you. So now we have gone down to radar indicated, so that's great news. That means a tornado is not on the ground anymore, according to radar, and that has served us well now. So, regardless, you need to stay in your you need to stay in your safe place if you're in Dodge City, going northeast. Again, all the way up towards Baileyton. Dime-sized hail has been reported in Suwannee. I don't exactly know where that would be at in northern Alabama, but hail has been reported near Suwannee up to dime size. With that being said,
I'll take over.
you're good. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. Like Nick was saying, lots of danger. So, by the way, remember this is still seek shelter immediately. A dangerous and potential storm is moving through Coleman.
Weather ready alert forecast.
Yeah.
Through Coleman. This is a life-threatening situation. Debris is being lofted into the air, making this a tornado causing damage. And we can
it's
see
not
that
radar
right there on
confirmed
that
anymore.
CC drop.
It's not radar confirmed anymore.
Say it again.
It's not confirmed anymore.
Okay, never mind. I do apologize. It is not confirmed anymore. If you're Dodge City or Hanover, the storm is approaching you. Quickly get to your safe place. Now, the storm is producing damaging winds over 70 miles an hour, so power outages and tree damage is very likely. Large hail, possibly up to the size of golf balls, are possible. Flash flood concern, but the storm intensity, this is a supercell with a history of producing tornadoes and damaging hail so far. The rotation in the storm still remains very high, although if it is a tornado on the ground, it has already went back up, but it definitely could come back down. So it is lifted, but definitely could reside on the ground.
So this supercell could very well be recycling, and we could see another quick couplet tighten up again and drop another tornado. So keep that in mind. Tanner is correct on that end a lot. So go ahead. Sorry.
You can go ahead.
Okay. So yes, again, that supercell does continue to push northeast now. The heaviest of the rainfall is sitting right over Coleman now, and there's a really less defined area of rotation beginning to just show up here. It's very messy looking, but regardless, a tornado is still possible. Oh, okay. That was just a different tornado warning. So a tornado is still possible. Again, following along from Dodge City going into, like I said, Baileyton. This warning is in effect until, again, 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, as a severe thunderstorm with a history of producing tornadoes was located over Dodge City or 10 miles south of Coleman, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation, and up to quarter size hail is falling. Bear with me as I try to get Tanner on the phone here real quickly. But if you are out in Coleman, Alabama, just east of Coleman, if you will, again, towards Dodge City into Baileyton, you need to be heating shelter now. I cannot say this enough. You need to be heating shelter immediately. Alright, 1 second, folks. I'm having some technical difficulties, which is not allowing me to do the right things here. Alright, welcome back. Can you hear me, Tanner? Alright, we've lost Tanner for... Yep, I can hear you. Okay. You got the free will, if you want to continue. Alright, that works. And like Tanner was saying, just stay in your safe place. Don't leave until this warning is allowed to expire, if you will. So, excuse me. Again, this is now radar indicated. It's no longer confirmed on the ground. It was confirmed on the ground around Dodge City area and near Colony. Now it is a kind of messy couplet. Regardless, a tornado is still possible and could be ongoing still. Alright, let's see if this works this time. There we go. Alright, so we're getting Tanner handled here really quickly. Alright, hello?
Right
Yep,
there.
I'm here.
Cool. Right, talk.
Hello, hello?
Right, I can hear you.
Alright, and so with that being said, a tornado is possible with this tornado warning, of course, and up to quarter-size hail could be falling in some areas, especially if you're over towards Coleman, the Coleman area. And that specifically being if you're east of Good Hope towards Wisdowa, Johnson's Crossing, heading into East Point, Berlin, Fairview. Matter of fact, I want to get a storm track on this real quick, just to kind of give you a more heads up of when you need to, or when this is going to be at your doorstep, if you will. Alright, so I'm going to make my screen bigger for y'all. That would probably be very
Can you hear me now?
much helpful.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Just 1 second. Alright,
Yep.
so we're going to break this down with the storm timing or impact timing, if you will. So with Soda, this will be at your doorstep about in a minute from now, so 5:21. Heading over to Fairview, this will be at your doorstep by 5:33. And Baileyton, 5:37. A population about 1,300 will be impacted. We did just get a new tornado warning for Florence, Alabama. So I'm going to quickly take that over before transferring it over to Tanner. But again, a tornado warning for Florence, Alabama has just been issued as an area of a quick spin up tornado, or yes, a quick spin up couplet has started to. Excuse me, let me gather my words here. Has started to spin up here, and that is going to be moving northeast towards Florence. This is an area that was impacted not long ago. So I know many people out here have storm anxiety. Don't be scared. Be more prepared. Start running to that shelter. Seek shelter in an interior room away from doors and windows and away from the outside world. Bring us with you. We will be here to get you through this as the warnings go through. If any of you are tuning in and have family members out here, be sure to call them. If you're out here, again, seek shelter immediately. Bring things that you need with you into your safe place. I'm going to go ahead and transfer over to Tanner, allow him to take over as I quickly get this warning put out.
Yeah, like Nick was saying, currently right now what we have is a strong supercell moving through Tuscumbia and Florence, producing heavy rain and very large hail, and even damaging winds are coming out of the system. A potential damaging hail core would be along right here, so just to the west of Tuscumbia. This is where we would see that potential for a possible hail core, and that's just going to be because of the higher DBZ rates. Looking at storm relative velocity.
Tanner, just a heads up real quick. So that tornado warning in Hanceville going into Coleman, I believe they're going to replace that with a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning for right now. So that's a heads up there.
Cool.
All right, you're good.
Perfect. All right, so like you said, but that hail core would be just to the southwest of Tuscumbia. You can see clearly we have that rotation right here, just to what are we at? Just to the southwest of Tuscumbia.
Another heads up.
That's right where that hail core would be condensed, if you will. Go ahead, Nick.
So even though we got a severe thunderstorm warning for this rotation area, we do have a meteorologist, broadcast meteorologist, reporting of a lowering on a sky camera in Coleman, Alabama. So a lowering is ongoing near Coleman, Alabama. That being said, a wall cloud is likely being noted.
Okay, so we now have a wall cloud that is most likely coming down here out of this system.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Nick. All right, let's go back here and let's take a look here with the latest. So we have these winds that's suggesting 70-mile-an-hour upwinds inbound and outbound together. Residents in Lexington, Rogersville, and Towns Creek should take shelter as this moves to the northeast. Right now, looking at correlation coefficients, we don't have any debris. That is a good thing. But at this time, there's no debris. That doesn't mean later down the line that we cannot see debris coming out of this. And then to the bottom left, we do have high vertical integrated liquid, which confirms that we have a strong updraft, and it's capable of producing large hail, which we can see is most likely happening right in that area. This remains severe. It will intensify and track to the north. But that being said, let's turn back over to Nick.
Sorry about that. I had a phone call midstream.
You're all good. I'll continue. So, like I was saying, this is making that southwest to northeast approach. What will be coming through Tuscumbia, Florence, and Killing very soon. But we need to focus right on here because right there is the same thing we have in our storm relative velocity. So that could be that possible lowering if this is a thing.
All right, I am available.
Strong rotation is still near Coleman. Coming out of this, or Coleman. I'm sorry, near what would that be there? Give me a sec.
That's
right
Colbert
near,
and Lauderdale County. So the Colbert is southern.
Colbert and Lauderdale County, just to the south of Barton. So whatever, Nick, can you tell me what's just to the south of Tuscumbia? This road right here.
That is. Let me get on. I believe that would be 72. Yep, that's 72.
All right, so everybody on 72, stop travel. I do not advise any travel. Running along 72, and then Nick, what is this running right here through Tuscumbia and
That's going to be
Littlesville?
Highway 43.
Say it again.
Highway 43 going into
All right,
Tuscumbia.
so 72 and what?
And 43.
All right, so 72 and 43, stop all travel, especially right here at the crossing and intersection of 72 and 43, heading west into Cherokee and Barton. Because if this continues to track, like we just got that scam, it's going to continue to move up here to the northeast. Nick, take it back over.
All right, so just an FYI, with the tornado warning ongoing, they are not going to cancel the severe thunderstorm warning in the Colbert, Franklin, and Lauderdale counties. That's from what I'm understanding. They are also considering redrawing a new tornado warning for down. Hold on one second. Okay, so we do have a confirmed tornado potentially ongoing near Good Hope in Coleman County, Alabama. So Good Hope, we could have a tornado on the ground. I believe they are fixing to extend this as a spotter. Excuse me. Yes, a spotter, a weather spotter confirmed tornado on the ground east of Good Hope, Alabama. So keep that in mind. So I believe we do have a tornado on the ground now. Again, northeast of Good Hope. That would be near just east of Coleman. That is a populated area. There's that new tornado warning, I believe, coming out. Yep, there it is. So now that does include portions of Cherokee Ridge, Arab, Fairview, going again into Holy Pond, Union Grove, New Hope, Owens Crossroads, and Grant. This is a observed tornado warning by weather spotters, and it will continue until, bear with me as I try to find the, okay, so it will continue until 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So again, weather spotters has confirmed a tornado just north of Good Hope. This continues on a trajectory of Fairview and Baileyton. I know I have some viewers that tend to tune in here at the Star 9 team here that live around Fairview and Baileyton. Go ahead and seek shelter immediately. And that is my apologies for not sharing my radar right there. I do that commonly. So here's my radar now. Again, a tornado warning is in effect for areas of Baileyton, and that will continue into Arab, Union Grove, New Hope. Go ahead, Tanner.
And thank you, Nick. Had to grab a new jacket, put in my eardrops.
You're good.
So, like Nick was saying, Barton, this is running right along 72. Is that right? That's what
Yes,
it was,
sir.
72? All right.
Tanner,
along
I would
72.
advise just real quickly. Actually, no, you're good. You talk about that tornado, but then we're going to go back straight on this Coleman one, as it is, again, observed.
Yeah, so right along 72, even extending up through the north. So this is going to be that tornado that possibly is crossing, especially considering our wind input and then looking at our high correlation rates. So we're going to leave that one for a quick sec. Let's head back down to this one here in Coleman. Let me just kind of analyze this here for a quick sec.
It'd be north of New Hope. And now just west of Baileyton.
Okay. All right. Coleman. Supercell right here, running along, almost about. We have an inflow notch here. Definitely a gust front looking at wind. Looking at it to the south, we do have those lowered CC rates, which does indicate that there may be debris being lofted. I also say that because our vertical integrated liquid is very high for that specific area. Same, so the vertical integrated liquid and the CC are in that same area, which gives me that better thinking. Rather than it being hail, it is debris being lofted up. Nick, I'm going to go ahead and check Slack here real quick.
Do that, and I will pick up the stream for you. I'm just trying to advise some of the viewers that I know that lives out here to be seeking shelter.
Okay.
Um, so again, as Tanner was saying, we do have an indication. Let me try to fix this issue here. All right,
And my
we do
phone
have an
went out.
indication that a tornado is on the ground near Baileyton now. And again, this was radar. Excuse me. This was trained weather spotter confirmed in Good Hope. This will move northeast. Right here is our rotation. I want to draw that area with the mouse here, just west of Fairview. That's where that general area of rotation is ongoing. It does look like it has uncoupled. Okay, so now potential funnel clouds are being reported. So we may have had the tornado touch down briefly and then lift, and now we got
Okay.
a funnel cloud ongoing with this near Fairview and Baileyton. I can confirm that. So
Uh,
go ahead,
where are we getting that report from?
Slap.
Slack. Okay. All right. Running here through Coleman. Uh, what just happened? Okay, so they cut out that one. All right. If you are just to the west of Eva, that is where that hail core. That is where we have this CC drop. I cannot stress this enough. Looking back here, same place. That's where we have that velocity. And I mean, I'll highlight it for you. Right there's the velocity. Right there's the hail, or possible hail core. And right there's our inflow. One, two, three different things. Four now. Four different products. I'm gonna hop off screen here. There's four different products right there giving the thought that there's possible rotation. We have one that's probably a hail core, two wind flow, three vertical integrated liquid, and vertical integrated liquid is looking at the column of the storm, and four correlation coefficients at a lower decibel rate. There's debris being lofted in. End your discussion. There's definitely debris somewhere in here being lofted into this tornado.
All right, reports are coming in that this tornado is potentially rain wrapped.
Yeah, I agree. It's gotta be. All right, so let's pull up some more communities here. You've Eva, Centerdale, Eden, Wynn Crossroads. Let's go ahead. Let's pull it up here to the north. Center Grove, Apple Grove, Cherokee Ridge. What else do we have? Orlander, Mount Olive, Fiscal, West Point. Right now, I need everybody in Center Grove, Wind Crossings, in your safe place. Let's go ahead and switch just the two panels here real quick. Another one.
Can you show me where that West Point was? Where did you point that out? At?
West Point.
Yes.
It's gonna be up here. West Point's gonna be up here to the north,
Okay. Okay.
northeast actually.
Thank you.
All right, latest scan coming in. We have straight line winds. Yup, there it is. Rotation.
Very tight rotation right there. That's a pretty evident.
Red's actually lower decibel than high, but nonetheless, this is straight line winds. Either way, if it's high red, low red, high green, red green, high green, low red green, it's still rotation. It all comes together to produce a tornado. And it's just to the north of where that is. So either radar is wrong, or we have a funnel cloud and a split tornado, possibly a wedge.
All right.
There it is. There it is. Latest scan.
New scan is berserk.
Yep, same place. Yeah. Now I see the rotation. Rotation there, right where that possible hail core supercell. It's something. Let me take a look here real quick. Let me see. See what I can find here. Let me analyze this a little bit more. Let me. It's just this one.
Tornado warning up in Colbert County and Lauderdale County now continues for just Lauderdale County for the next 25 minutes. Again, This is a radar indicated rotation hazard, potential tornado. It will expire around 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Just quickly, I'm going to kind of throw us over here for just a brief second, just to kind of tell you that we did not forget about you. We just are covering this other tornado warning that potentially has a tornado on the ground. But if you are out in just west of Florence, we do have an area of rotation that we continue to quickly monitor. It's not tight. It's not something that is a really huge concern, if you will. But regardless, you need to stay in your safe place, and we're going to monitor it closely as a quick, brief spin-up tornado could happen within seconds of this rotation being here. So
if it hasn't already happened.
yeah, exactly. If it hasn't already happened. So if you are in and north of Florence, that being said, this is a very populated area. So if you are in downtown Florence, you need to be seeking shelter now. Going back to Tanner.
So anything above 30,000 feet that is lofted debris.
We got a new tornado warning. We got a new tornado warning.
What?
We got a new tornado warning for Coleman County. Oh, I gotta go. Be right back.
Okay.
I gotta call family members.
All right. Can you put me full screen?
You're full screen.
All right, guys, please listen real quick. Anything above 30,000 feet here, that normally indicates debris being lofted. Nonetheless, shoot, what was that? All right, we have a debris signature at 20,000 feet. We can already see that's gonna be that 20,000 feet there. The elevated green and gray is likely representing debris, and that's gonna be right in there. And that's going to be lofted high into the storm, confirming that the tornado is causing damage. A possible tornado vortex signature would be at the surface here because we have all that red, and we have this one little backdrop, severe hail. The deep red and green, or yellow and red here, that would be confirmed hail in this, and it would be tornado rain wrapped. This system is rain wrapped.
I'm going to quickly talk about this new area of rotation.
This 3D radar is confirming that a tornado is ongoing with debris.
Hey, Tanner.
Being lofted 20,000 feet into the storm. Go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and talk about this current tornado warning that we did just get issued for areas.
Let's go ahead. Where's it at?
I got it, but it's going to be eastern Winston County, western Coleman County, and central Morgan County. All right, a very strong or a tight couplet. That's tornado sirens going off for me as well. Yes, for Decatur, tornado sirens are going off for me as well, as this encompasses somewhat of my area. If you are in Addison, you need to be getting to a safe place now. Tanner, go ahead and take back over.
Yeah, you're all good. So yeah, look, like I was showing. As we look higher in the atmosphere, the higher you go, and there's a big, it's like a bulk by itself. That is indicating that debris has been lifted in that certain spot here. So I want to go back to that because that is the most concerning here for me right now. And this actually kind of leads into this next system here. So looking here at 30,000, it looks like as you're going towards the east side. So if you're on the east side of this storm, there could be some debris, rain wrap. Hail core is going to be right here in that red and yellow color. That's where we'd have that debris. Nonetheless, so the storm is an updraft. Sustaining the tornado means it could be on the ground. Couple of things here. Confirmed tornado on the ground with the debris signature. Strong updraft suggests tornado may persist for some time. So if it starts here at 540, or if it starts here at 520 and is going to 540, it's because there's debris being lofted up. And we've already seen that on the past couple of scans here. Rain wrapped and hidden tornado is what this is, because it's definitely it's an extremely dangerous thing. But when we have this high hail core and then debris above it, that leaves this down here to be rain wrapped around, and the possibly large and severe winds surrounding this tornado. So, mind you,
hello guys. I'm just
mind you, what we have here is we have this hail core, that red and green. Above that would be debris at 30,000 feet. Sitting down here on the south and east axis of this county would be that rain-wrapped tornado with 80 to 90 mile an hour winds coming into it. Wesley, can you pull up Max 1 and Max 2?
Yeah, I'm looking
All
at
right.
these.
I want to quickly. I'm not currently in a tornado warning. I am perfectly fine. It's just somewhat of the tornado warning has encompassed my county, and includes my county, which
We have
is why.
debris. We have debris.
Okay. Can I
Yeah,
briefly
that's
talk about our tornado warning again for that area of Winston County if you haven't already?
Go
All
ahead.
right, so Addison, if you're in Addison, you need to get into your safe place now. That's a tight area of rotation. This is going to be moving into areas west of West Point, Coleman, in the Coleman region, and then this is going to follow a track heading into Falkville and Priceville. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. Areas of East Decatur also need to be seeking shelter now. All right, Tanner's got the bag now for the radar confirmed tornado warning ongoing. Go ahead, Tanner.
Yeah,
confirmed.
Jody, just reading a
5.
little bit off the Slack here. Debris found at 70,000 feet.
It's
East
confirmed by
squad.
spotters now, guys. Yeah, I'm reading it. It says it's confirmed by spotters. So spotters have confirmed it. It says damaging tornado confirmed by spotters on warning.
So is that
So
the one in
it's on.
Coleman?
Yeah, that's the one in Coleman
Okay.
right now.
I have family members that are currently. I have multiple family members that are under a tornado warning right now. So.
The tornado in
Are you guys
Coleman
there?
fired, by the way. It just
Keep in mind, we could have a little area. I don't think it's exact rotation, but something over Landersville and Moulton should be noted to watch over.
so our tornado warning near Florence is dropped, guys.
Okay, just watch that happen, yeah.
And then the main storm we need to focus, or two storms,
Yeah,
are the
go ahead,
ones
Tanner.
over Decatur and the others. So we need to focus on those.
Yeah. We have debris at 30.
And I'm looking for
All right.
debris and
So again, areas south of Addison. I've spoken of your name before. This is now following that road here. What road is that right there near Addison? That is going to be New Georgia. If you're in New Georgia, Winston County, seek shelter now as a tornado warning is issued for your area. That velocity or that couplet is right on top of you. You probably have a wall cloud moving fairly close by. This is going to track again into Coleman County and then Morgan County here very shortly. This could potentially have tornado genesis and produce a very quick tornado here very soon. And as Tanner was about to talk about here, it is back down to radar indicated, but a potential tornado is. I think they're going to have to add a new tornado warning to the west as there's a new area of rotation in between those two tornado warnings. Do you see that?
Yeah.
All right, so new area of rotation towards West Point, Morgan County. Also, we got one for Cherokee Ridge tracking into areas of Marshall County. If you have not already, be seeking shelter now. Tanner, you have the stage if you're ready to.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Just let me know.
You're good. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. So yeah, like Nick was saying, we do have this system. We have two tornado warnings right now, one through Decatur and one through New Hope. And then we have that severe thunderstorm warning that has tornado possible tag on it. But we have 3 tornado warnings now.
Yes. One in Winston County. That one's going to be allowed to expire here shortly. One in Coleman. Well, one encompasses Coleman and Morgan and Tanner, and Limestone County. And then the other one includes Morgan.
Nick.
Go ahead.
I think we have debris in this.
All right, I'll be right
yeah,
back.
it looks like you.
It's too high above. All right. Little science lesson for you. When you have, excuse me, you have a 30,000 feet line, you have a 40,000 feet line, you have a 50, 60, all the way up to 100 in the atmosphere. Those are different levels.
Yeah.
When you stuff, when the base year storm's at 20 and you stuff in 40, that's where you're getting areas of debris. Okay. The reds and greens at 10 and 20, that is hail. We can confirm. But when we set it up at the 3D view, and you have this, what you could call like right at 35, do it like right at 36. These kind of two areas, if we were to follow this along the line, everything above that is debris. There, and mind you, what you have, so this would be your debris cloud above. This would be the shelf cloud at 10. And then you would either be a wedge, a split, a spinel, or whatever you choose. So like I said, a wedge, a split, a spinel. And then everything around that you can see right here on the surface is like everything on the black and on the bottom. That would be rain raft, especially in wind. Wesley, what are you seeing on Max 2?
I'm looking. Still, it looks like the problem that we had this morning when we were doing coverage earlier this morning is that the radars are terrible, and it's looks like on one source here there's debris in it, while another source you can't tell. So, I would keep the precautions going, but you just can't tell right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, you can see right here over New Georgia and Addison County, or in Addison, that is.
And by the
I
way,
mean,
new severe thunderstorm warning for Coleman, Marshall, and Morgan
Yeah,
counties.
that was a
Right.
continuation of the warning.
but it's like I've been saying. You can look and see right here over New Georgia where that rotation is. It's in locked with each other. Newest scan, it's actually still tight, but it is starting to break together. But actually, I'm noticing another one just to the north of Upshaw.
Yeah, that's correct. There is a
You
rotation
know,
here.
the two.
There's
Actually,
a decent one near Morgan City. Do you see that one? Potentially.
Yeah,
right now we have 3 rotations: one in Upshaw, one in New Georgia, and one in Eagle. I think they're going to extend this warning south. Nick,
Do what?
let's look at storm.
start off with hey or good afternoon, this office. Ask if they're going to extend this into far Eagle and New Georgia County, or into New Georgia and Eagle.
Hold on.
And Strat.
So decent
there
looking
may-
low-level rotation with the cell in eastern Winston County, north of Sardis, moving into northwestern. That was around 5:43. Moving into northwestern Coleman areas north of Johns Chapel, and then low-level rotation in East Winston has weakened a little bit. Nevertheless, could cycle back up. It's in far northwest Coleman County, so that's the one that we're tracking down
Is
there
this
towards
Huntsville?
Coleman. Do what?
Well, I
Is
Yes,
have
this is Huntsville
here
market.
in the Lawrence County area. If using the Columbus radar, there is now like a rotation
I was
right
looking
on.
at the. You talking about north of Moulton? That's what I was
Yes,
talking
right
about
over.
earlier.
And that looks to have strengthened
Yeah.
up, so there's a warning there. And I mean, even looking at it on Huntsville radar, there's rotation there. I can't, and if I'm being honest, the rotations in these storms that have tornado warnings on it, using the Huntsville radar, they look messy. You can't really tell where the said rotations are. Yeah, the Huntsville
What
radar.
county is this?
Which one are you
We're
looking
look.
at? That's
We're
Winston
looking at.
County. That's
Addison.
Winston into Coleman County.
Addison?
Do what?
No, we're looking
Addison.
at
Okay,
the
so that's
storm
Winston.
right.
That's Winston County. That's Birmingham
Yeah,
market.
Winston. Yeah. But that's where the Addison storm is. But I'm looking at
Is
more.
it Huntsville's office?
Do what?
Is it Huntsville's office?
The Coleman is Huntsville's market's office, and Winston is Birmingham. Sorry.
All right.
And there are. See, the Huntsville radar is doing much better with the tornadic storms in Tennessee.
It still just has me puzzled. I think we have debris.
We likely
Well,
got. They just
We have a
discontinued.
drop.
Yeah, they dropped it.
No, we don't have a drop in the morning. We have a drop at TC over at Addison.
Oh. Yeah,
That-
that's where we.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
And you're using. What are you using? Birmingham? I mean, not Birmingham's radar. Columbus.
Yeah. Let me switch over to Birmingham.
Yeah, switch over to Birmingham, and because Huntsville isn't working, and they dropped a tornado, a confirmed tornado warning from Coleman into Madison and Morgan counties, by the way. It's just being replaced with a severe thunderstorm warning.
All right, let me take this here.
But I want to see.
Yeah, Huntsville's messing up.
Yeah, Huntsville isn't doing good today. I mean, earlier this morning when we were on about 3, 4 o'clock, we were having troubles out of Huntsville too this morning. So, Huntsville's radar is not doing
All
well.
right, Upshaw, New Georgia. Stay in your safe place for about another 20 minutes. Sorry, another 10 minutes.
I don't
What
see.
he's overdoing.
I don't really see a CC drop though.
It's still wind.
Yeah, maybe right there over Addison. I see it now.
All right, they dropped the warning.
Yeah,
Of course they did.
they dropped the tornado warning from Coleman into Madison County.
All right. Stand by. Let's go ahead and reset.
By the way, we have nearly 200 people packed in a storm shelter. Is there a chance that this could spin back up in Owens Crossroads? So that's the question coming in from Owens Crossroads, Alabama Police.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
Yes.
All right, stand by for reset.
Standing by.
Here, 3, 2, and 1. Hey there, everybody. You're watching Star 9 Alabama. I'm Tanner Sear, along here with Chief Weather Forecaster Nicholas Driver and Chief Weather Forecaster, CEO and Forecaster Wesley Alexander Mitchell. We currently have a tornado warning for southeastern Limestone County in northern Alabama, northwestern Coleman County in north central Alabama, and Morgan County in north central Alabama. This goes until 5:15 Central Daytime. Right now, we definitely still have winds continuing to find those couplets, and we have multiple areas of rotation coming out of this. This warning goes for about another 25 minutes. Then we have a severe thunderstorm warning to the west of it through Cherokee Bridge and Owens Crossroads, and that area is under a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. To start off our coverage, let's send it over to Chief Weather Forecaster Nicholas Driver. Nick, what's the latest?
All right, so I am watching exactly where you're at right now, where we have an area of potential rotation. I'm actually seeing something towards Hartselle, if you will. I don't know if that was just recent spin up or if it's just noise, but it could be something just southwest of Hartselle. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
And then another area. Let me confirm. There is another area of rotation that was originally trying to warn just north of South Vinemont. That is the only thing I'm seeing. Of course, what Wesley pointed out and I pointed out earlier is that that area of rotation now west of Hillsborough and Lawrence County.
I'm looking at this on all these different sources. The max source is messy. The best way for me to look at these couplets are looking at the radar scope, and the radar scope is doing better than the graphics are right now. And I don't know what that is, but it's still that storm near Hartselle that you were just talking about is still tornado warned, by the way, and that's the one we have.
That's the only tornado we have currently. That includes northwestern Coleman County and central Morgan County, southeastern Limestone County until
6:15.
Yes, until 6:15.
But I do want to say we do have a flooding threat too.
Yeah, that is ongoing for areas of Limestone, Lauderdale, Colbert, and Lawrence, and also Franklin. There we go. Those areas are in a flash flood warning, as these training thunderstorms has caused some flash flooding issues. Matter of fact, some roads have already been reported being washed out by much of the heavier rainfall that's been going on from earlier this afternoon and morning.
Okay, so Nick, you were right. There is a stronger couplet trying to develop over Hartselle, by the way.
Okay.
And it looks like they coupled it. It was much stronger near Addison. So looking at this different source, the high resolution, Tina was right about 10 to 15 minutes ago. There could have been a tornado go right over Addison.
And that general area is known as Danville. So with that being said, if anybody is located in Danville, east of Speake, these are towns and communities that I know personally, you need to be seeking shelter now. With the potential of a tornado about to happen or already ongoing. Tanner, what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, Tanner was right.
I believe.
Sorry, I have about a 6-second delay. Yeah, right now I'm just monitoring. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas of rotation in this one tornado warning. As of right now, my concern level is not high. I do not see anything as far as debris. I, trust me, I've been watching these radars all day with Nick. We've been watching them like a hawk. If anything were to spin up or try and lift, it would be just to the west. We have Campground, Massey. We have Danville, Clifty, Pine Grove, uh, Battle Grove, Thomas Place.
And by the way,
If
just letting you
anything,
know real quick, if we did have anything touch down, it would have been around the town, or yes, the towns that you called out. So that would be around Campground. So starting from up to Cliffy, Piney Grove, going up towards Danville and Pumpkin Center. That's where we could have had a brief tornado if one had touched down.
yeah.
Correct.
So I'm gonna go back here real quick to reflectivity. You see these areas of darker reds? That is where I'm watching the biggest potential of if anything were to rotate. Let me show you. There's velocity, clear. Correlation coefficient, clear. I think they just issued this out of safety, but right now the wind threat is low. It is storm relative velocity doing it all.
Well, Tanner, can you go near Hartsel?
Hartsville.
Hartsel.
Oh, I'm looking. I don't know what radar you're using, but if this is Huntsville's radars,
How do you spell it? Hartsville.
It is just north of Falkville.
Of Plotville.
Yeah, Falkville. It's north of Falkville. It's Hartsville is spelled Hartselle.
EL. It's further up this morning, I believe.
Hold on. Is it near
Yeah,
Decatur?
it's just southeast
Yeah.
Decatur.
Because that rotation you were
Go a little
watching
bit
near
farther down.
Addison,
There you go, right there,
near
North of
Hartsel
Tanner
right
Heights.
now.
in the center of your screen.
Oh,
There's
Hartsville.
There's a rotation within that region looking at Columbus
And just
radar.
updating
There's
y'all, they're
two.
going to likely allow that severe thunderstorm warning to expire for eastern Morgan County, western Marshall County, and going into Madison County.
Yeah,
And that tornado warning was also allowed to expire.
I was gonna say. So now, don't let your guard down just because it expired. Once again, I'll highlight this one more time here. These areas that I'm circling are the areas that I would watch. Higher DBZ rates have already been proven tonight to have inflow, to have debris, to rotate faster than others. Right here between Basum, Masley, Neal, and Valley View, and then you have Gum Spring and Cold Spring. If you are north of or if you're south of Gum Spring or north Cold Spring, watch yourself there. If you're south of Basum and north of Masley, watch yourself there.
Guys,
Because that's two areas that I've been watching. The winds
wanna-
aren't rotating right now, at least as of the latest scan. There are still some weak rotation, but with all of our tornado warnings and everything being allowed to expire.
So Tanner, I will
Okay.
mention, I am watching an area just south of Falkville right now that has a pretty decent. It's a couplet. It's following I-65 right now.
Plotville.
Yes, Falkville.
And also watch that storm near Hamilton, please. That storm is starting to hook on high resolution reflectivity coming
I got it
in
on my
from.
radar. I'll show it to the people watching. So
All right, I want to mention something here. I was gonna give the okay to drop coverage, but right here, Molten.
we were pointing this out earlier as well, but it's gotten stronger here on radar. So go ahead, Tanner.
Yeah. Molten, you can see Molten has spun up. So we're not going to uncover just yet,
Okay.
but it's something we are going to need to continue to watch here. So if you are anywhere near Molten, pay attention.
I think the best thing we have to do here, guys, is to use the high
Go ahead.
radars because our graphic systems are not showing up very well. Not today. I don't know what the issue is, but radar, there you
What
go.
did you?
Our radar scope is perfect because they can see the rotations better. Um, they can see the rotations much better right now. Tanner, by the way, your signal dropped.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
lost camera. There it is. It's working good.
Yeah, there we go. 1 sec.
So, and also, as I was mentioning, watch that storm coming down to Mississippi into Hamilton, guys. That one's rotating.
Yes, it is. Okay. Where? All right. There is too many flash flood warnings. This is why I do not like flash flood warnings.
Let's go with this. Let's do.
Well, under the flash flood warning too, Nick.
No, I'm just east of it.
And it messed up again.
So most of the, I mean, I don't.
Right now,
these-
most of the rotation has kind of broadened out to the point where it's under tornado warning limits, if you will.
But yeah, watch that sail right there. You see it into Mississippi.
Yep.
Yeah. Watch that sail coming into Hamilton. That one is screaming on
All right.
radar.
We're gonna stay here for like 5 more minutes. We'll see what happens with this molten cell. If it falls apart, then we'll go ahead and end coverage.
Yeah, right now I'm using GR level 2, looking towards Molten, and I am not seeing any rotation.
That's the point. But the high resolution radars are showing rotation in it.
Now,
But the graphics are
now
not.
North Molten, I'm seeing something like north towards Hillsboro. But that's about it. So we're going to switch back over to our higher resolution radars to get a better idea of what's going on here. And bear with us, folks. We're just trying to battle technical difficulties. And unfortunately, we're tasked with trying to find the right radars across northern Alabama to keep,
It's not even us.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd probably have to look at Huntsville for that storm.
It's federally funded radars.
Because Huntsville, I'm looking at between Huntsville and Columbus. Huntsville is the worst one. Is not doing good. It maybe you can use Birmingham, but it's too far to the south.
All right, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, it looks fairly calm to me.
Yep, molten's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, it fell apart.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready when
Yeah,
you are.
All right. For Nicholas Driver and Wesley Alexander Mitchell, I'm Tanner Zero. Thanks for tuning in to Star 9 Alabama. Of course, if anything else is issued, we'll join you back here live on Facebook and on air. We're going to return you back to your regular scheduled programming.
Stay tuned, stay weather aware, and have a blessed evening.